If you had an option to name yourself, what it would be? Something super common and basic like Dan. I was nearly a teen, I think, before I heard another kid's mum yelling out in a department store for her kid with the same name as me. My mum made me say hello to the kid and our mothers talked. My name is a bit more common now. There have been celebrities with it. There are only 3 in my area that show up on Facebook with it. It's an Anglo name. Very lyrical, and it's a name that attracts people. But to blend into the crowd and not be immediately identifiable would be great. This option really is available to anyone already. I wouldn't choose to change my name. I was a twin and, at birth, it was decided Dad named the girl and Mum, the boy, Dad chose Julie. When I was about 12 or so, my dad and I were hanging out and somehow names came up. He told me he named me after the most beautiful woman he ever knew. Wow, that was something to think about, especially since my mom's name was Joan. I go by Fuzzy when people accept it. If they are struggling, I tell them my other name. Been working almost daily with somebody new for a few months. And then they were taking over a meeting. They had to come up to me and ask what my name was so they could add me to the meeting in Outlook. My current job, nobody calls me Fuzzy though. So it's my social name. My dad wanted to name me Zoe, pronounced like Joe but with an X. How awesome would it be to have a super short, weirdest name like that? I wish they would have gone with that one. My mum wanted to name me Beverly Eleanor though, so I'm okay that neither of them got their way as long as I'm not stuck with that monstrosity. I love my name, but I don't like how it sounds in English in both way of pronunciation: standard American accent and stand-up British accent. In the Russian language, my name sounds way more beautiful, with a strong R in it. Carla. So I wouldn't change anything, but only the way of pronouncing it in English. Well, I already did choose my first name. I would have chosen my mum's maiden name rather than my dad's last name though, but I will hopefully get married and change it then. I don't feel comfortable sharing my name though, so I will say Kim Anderson, which is similar but not the same. My name was originally supposed to be Damien Lucifer, and I thought that was fire. But my mum's friends were all saying it wasn't a good idea. I don't mind my name now, but I do eventually want to change it to Dante Lucifer. Edit first and middle name. Lucifer wouldn't be my last name. A whole phrase like ladies and gentlemen, or a name with no vowels like PSNGLTN, or just 40 Fs like I need that report on my desk by the end of today. I was actually on the fence about changing my legal first name a few years ago. I filed the paperwork, paid the fee, but when it came time to attend the court hearing, I backed out. I don't regret it at all, and have come to appreciate my birth name very much. You know, that girlie with the world's longest personal name, there. But slurs and curse words, and then 100 digits of pi numerated for my middle name, and my last name would be Copmaster 9000. It could be worse. I could have gone for the B-movie script. If I was naming myself back in elementary school, I'd be called Bianca. I was absolutely obsessed with this name for some reason back then. Now I'd pick something more like Fiona or Eloise. Pretty and elegant, but with room for a really cute nickname. I've actually always hated my name, and it unfortunately does not lend itself to any kind of shortening or nicknames. It's pretty crazy that someone names us without ever having met us, and then we are just called that for our entire lives. My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, Commander of the Armies of the North, General of the Felix Legions, and loyal servant to the true Emperor Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife. My middle name would be my first name. I love my middle name, it's so feminine. Hate my first name, especially since my mom spelled it differently than most with the same name, and it's always getting misspelled. I like the name Lisa. I keep this name on all of my social media platforms except for Instagram. My grandmother gave me this name, but my mum disliked it after that. My father named me Luna. Nickname. As someone with a unique name that gradually got more well-known and less unique over time. I'm not about to broadcast my favorite name over the internet, so 5,609 people can steal it for their baby. Max Power. He's the man whose name you'd love to touch, but you mustn't touch. His name sounds good in your ear, but when you say it, you mustn't fear. 'Cause his name can be said by anyone. You can just do that, you know. At 16, I just told everyone to use a different name, and they did. My legal name never changed, but everyone has used the other one I chose for 25 years since. Barry Manilow's birth name is Barry Allen Pincus. Pincus. I tell you, you can do anything. Personally, I find my name to be full of funky metaphors and I wouldn't change a thing. Well, my name is Karen, so anything else will do. Just kidding, I like my name and won't let the haters ruin it. For what it's worth, I've never asked to speak to a manager. I like my name. First it was a boy's name, then became a girl's name, then became androgynous, then a trans name, me being a long hair. No one knows how to act around me. Always thought it was odd I never hear people being named after the zodiac or constellations. Lacerta, Cassiopeia, Leo, Gemini, Cygnus are such interesting names. Any of these are among my candidates. McCloven, Dick Gozinia wrote into a newspaper, got published. Bendover. Budweiser was a teacher I knew. If I had to choose my name, then I'd regret it for my entire life. Better stick to what my parent chose. With that said, Bruce. Satan. Destroyer of gender. One of my friends has me as that in his phone because I said that gender is a social construct. Roger that because sometimes it's just easier to be a yes man. Or, Richard Head no. You may not call me Dick. Something pretty, maybe after a flower, like Rose or Lily. I've always hated how plain my actual name is. Magnus. If every time my current name is mispronounced I get $1, I'd be as rich as Mansa Musa now. I did name myself actually, and by reading these answers I feel like I should have been more creative. Same name Hannah, but without fighting for the pronunciation, not Hannah Montana, but Road to Hannah. I'd keep the name I have. I like it. Maybe I'd officially shorten it to the nickname people call me. Laughs in Trans, NGL. I just went with the name my best friend said I looked most like, so, that. You do. And I did. It was part of my gender-confirming care. I'm not going to dox myself though. Mike Oxlong. Or Jim. Very welcoming name IMO. Could also be called Jimmy, or James, or Jamothy. I know a guy named Just In Case. His father named him that in case they didn't have another boy. I'm happy with Jana. If I got to choose my own name as a child, I'd end up on our Tragedy law. Adam, since it is the most basic name, and I don't think people can have a hard time saying it. Marty, half man, half party. My cousin is Marty. He uses this line, and I'm jealous. My parents wanted to name me Leah. It's a pretty name. I'll be between it and Heidi. Damien, just sounds cool. Also, nickname could be DJ if my dad had the same name. Magic has a Big Johnson. But some basketball player already used the best porn name. Rosetta. It's very uncommon as a choice in my country. But I like the sound of it. I would keep my name, it's unique, and not I don't share the name with many people. I chose my name. That's how I got to be Ezra. Still working on making it legal. Cheshire. Everyone already calls me that anyway, and have for almost 15 years now. I legally changed my first, second and third names to what I wanted. Megatron or Goku, cuz my parents gave me an old man name, or maybe Kanye East. I had the option to name myself. So not going to tell what I chose. Well, we all do. It's relatively simple and inexpensive to change your name. I honestly love my name. I'll just add a middle name to elongate my name. Bert, Snake Hole, Ludgate, Karate, Dracula, Macklin, Demon, Jack, O'Lantern, Dwyer. Dickus, Dickus. Is there something funny about the name, Dickus? Ramesses Niblick III, Kerplunk, Kerplunk, whoops, where's my fribble? Your Royal Highness. but only if it changed my status accordingly. I'd just let Reddit randomly assign it like they did my username here. Can't tell you now, because it's the name I'll use if I ever go rogue. Benjamin Benedict Bartholomew, and I would nickname myself Triple B. I did have a choice when I changed my name, and I named myself Elias. I did name myself, but I'm not sharing it on my anonymous account. I'd like to change my surname to Cobain. I do know I'm a crazy fan. I have named Sebastian. I love this name, so wouldn't change it. Mohammed Wang, the most common first and last names in the world. I was about to be named Frank Jones. That would have been cool. I wouldn't change it. I like having a normal, unassuming name. You do have the option to name yourself. I changed my name. I'd just add a question mark to the end of my current name. Robin. I'm trans and I literally changed my name to Robin. Already have as I'm non-binary, my name is Vermilion. Fuka Bean Messi Jalebi Rumboka Cornelius Askar Jones. I would definitely choose the name Niwime Yurzovic. I want to change my name but just don't know what to. Marilyn or Madeline. I love how whimsical they sound. I wouldn't change it. My name is part of my identity. Finnegan Swift. I just like the sound of that name. I actually did do that. Hated my birth name too much. It would be a non-mandatory right to change my name. I've always wanted to date a girl named The Power. Macaulay Culkin Culkin 3.